Let me take you inside the beast that is the 2026 M1 Abrams. Imagine sliding into a cockpit not unlike a fighter jet, but armored with steel and composite plating. You've got your driver's station up front, with thick armored glass sights, digital displays, and a modern heads-up interface that brings threat and targeting data right into your field of view. The controls are ergonomic. Joystick-style steering, tactile switches on panels, and central screens for diagnostics and navigation. The commander's station features a panoramic view cupola with 360-degree thermal and day optics, and next to him sits the gunner with stabilized sighting and auto-ranging laser inputs. The crew quarters in back are tight, cramped, really, as with any tank, but improved over older Abrams models. Shock-absorbing seats, better ventilation, and noise dampening to reduce fatigue during long ops. Ammunition is stored in blowout compartments, behind armored bulkheads, so in case of a hit the blast is directed outward, protecting the crew compartment. All wiring, sensors, fire control modules, and network systems are hidden behind armored panels, neatly routed to avoid damage or sparks under fire. From the outside, the 2026 M1 Abrams is imposing. It's lower, sleeker, more angular and designed to reduce radar cross-section. The turret is slimmer, possibly unmanned or semi-autonomous, with remote weapon stations for secondary armaments. Composite armor plates are layered with reactive and active protection modules. You'll see arrays of sensors and small interceptor launchers on the hull sides, ready to knock out incoming missiles. The tracks are wider, reinforced, and self-tensioning. The suspension is hydropneumatic, giving greater mobility over rugged terrain. Engine air intakes are streamlined and shielded from debris. Flamethrower or smoke dispensers line the sides, and a modular armor skirt design lets ground crews swap damaged panels quickly. The front glacis is steeply angled, with thicker composite armor. Turret ring sealing is improved to prevent blast propagation. Exhaust venting is shielded to reduce thermal signature. On performance, the 2026 Abrams is a beast in motion. Under the hood you'll find a hybrid powertrain, a more efficient turbine electric or turbine diesel hybrid, producing maybe 1,800 to 2,000 horsepower, a speculative upgrade over older 1,500 horsepower systems. Torque is massive, allowing near-instant response despite the 70 to 80 ton mass. Top speed on road may approach 45 to 50 mph, 72 to 80 km per hour, off-road speed slightly lower but with high agility. Acceleration is smoother thanks to electric assist, and the hybrid system allows silent mode, creeping for stealth operations. Range is boosted. Prior Abrams designs struggled with fuel consumption, but this new version might manage 450 to 500 miles on internal fuel, with auxiliary fuel tanks or fuel pods extending that further. Maneuverability is enhanced by adaptive suspension and real-time terrain scanning, so the tank can tilt, lean, and keep firing while traversing rough slopes. The turret is stabilized in all axes, letting the gunner fire accurately while on the move. The main gun remains a 120mm smoothbore, or perhaps upgraded to 140mm in variants loaded through a semi-automated loader, giving faster reload times. Fire control is next level. Target tracking, ballistic computation, wind compensation, digital networking to share targeting across units, and counter-battery warnings all integrated. Protection is robust. Layered armor, reactive modules, active protection system APS interceptors, and smoke infrared masking systems work in tandem. The tank's signature is reduced. Radar absorbing paint, thermal masking, and exhaust cooling reduce detectability. In terms of survivability, this Abrams is built to last on the battlefield. The crew compartment is isolated, ammunition is stored remotely, redundant systems exist so single hits don't cripple mission capability. Sensors, all from radar to lidar, multispectral optics, constantly scan surrounds. If a threat is detected, APS missiles intercept. If armor is pierced on one side, damage control systems seal compartments and isolate systems. Maintenance is modular. Mission-critical parts power pack, suspension units, sensors can be swapped in the field with minimal fuss. Diagnostic systems alert the crew in real time to wear or damage, so preventative repairs avoid catastrophic failures. Now on cost. This is speculative, but based on published data for modern Abrams upgrades, a fully loaded 2026 M1 Abrams could cost upward of $10 million or more per unit, possibly even higher with cutting-edge electronics, armor, and upgrades. Earlier variants like the SEO-Optimized tend to cost in the $6 to $8 million range in simpler configs, but with upgrades and special modules you push that into double digits. Operation and sustainment are another beast. Fuel, parts, training, repairs, and upgrades over the life cycle might add tens of millions in cost. Some analysts estimate that lifetime cost per tank, over 20 to 30 years, can exceed $10 million in total, maybe even $20 million, depending on intensity of operations. Fuel alone is a major burden. Older Abrams models are infamously thirsty, and though hybrid improvements help, at full load this version will still consume massive fuel under combat conditions. Maintenance is periodic and intensive. Tracks, power pack, electronics all demand upkeep. Training crews to operate, maintain, and repair the systems adds further cost. In combat usage, the 2026 Abrams would excel. In combined arms warfare it can punch through enemy armor, suppress anti-tank threats, and hold ground under heavy fire. Its network sensors let it act as a command node, feeding intelligence to infantry, air units, drones. In urban environments its remote weapons and defense systems help it engage threats without exposing the crew. But it also has weaknesses. The weight remains a liability on weak infrastructure or narrow terrain. Logistics, fuel, spare parts become critical vulnerabilities. Despite stealth improvements, very advanced sensors or drones might still detect it. APS systems could be overwhelmed by saturation attacks, and very powerful anti-tank weapons may still threaten it. Crews need to be highly trained. Failure to use tactics well can compromise the machine. So when you weigh it, the 2026 M1 Abrams is a technological marvel, blending firepower, protection, and systems integration into a cutting-edge package. But you pay dearly for it, in acquisition and lifecycle costs. It's not a tank for every military. It fits nations with deep pockets and advanced logistical support. For those who need unmatched battlefield dominance and can sustain it, it makes sense. But you also want to balance cost, sustainability, and upgrade paths over decades. Use this as your base script, and you can adapt or expand any section for visuals, comparisons, or data you uncover. If you want the same review in Urdu or for a non-conceptual current variant, I can rewrite.